Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way! And today, we're going to disassemble the Sherman Max and check its quality. So, let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way! First up, big thanks to EEVEE for providing me this wheel for testing purposes. If you want to get a wheel like this in Canada, feel free to use my affiliate links, and in Europe, myevel.com and other partners are listed below. In this video, I'll try to cover the main features and the build quality of the veteran Sherman Max, but it won't be like a full disassembly. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to check that out. Even I did a veteran Sherman disassembly a while ago, and the Sherman Max is not really that different to provide a full in-depth look into the machine. But we will cover the most important things. First up, to remove the side cover, we need to remove the Nylonova pedals. And yes, those are custom pedals and I love them. And the plate you see here is not stock. I had to jerry-rig something because I lost the original one. The side panel is held on by 9 Phillips head screws, which are of good quality. They are kind of hard to strip and you won't damage them by using a electric drill or electric screwdriver. To fully remove the side panel, you will need to use a little bit of force since the battery is also partially glued to the side panel. It's a good pop. And here we can see that the side panel has been improved compared to the original Sherman. There's some padding on the top, probably protecting the BMS. And there is also, just the plastic seems a bit thicker and nothing can hit the batteries directly as the fins that the side panel had before. The battery packs are shrink wrapped and seem a bit better protected, but that's still no plastic encasing. We also can find a 30 amp fuse per side. Good choice and safe limits. The good thing here is that there's redundancy, so both battery packs are individually going into the motherboard, so you have two. If one fails, the other one can still work. Another couple nice improvements we can see right away is a holder for the motor wires. The motor wires are also thicker, so that's more efficient, as well as some plastic spacers that make sure that if the wheel falls on its side, it doesn't hit directly the battery, but sort of the whole side panel rests on the shell as well as the battery. The veteran Sherman lineup is known for great water resistance out of the box. However, one thing that I would like to see here is a rubber gasket between the side panel and the main shell of the wheel. Here we have just plastic against plastic, and in some areas, especially on the bottom, you can see some dust, which means that water could potentially get in there as well. So it's definitely not submergible, but in most cases, and like light rain and regular rain, it should be all right. If you want to be 100% sure, just use silicone around that edge. We can also see a new axle. Now, this is not a hollow bore motor, but it's a thicker axle and it doesn't use shim plates anymore. And in general, the axle is thicker, so it will be more durable, it will have a longer lifespan, and hopefully the bearings will be also all right. By the way, if you have any issues or comments about veteran Sherman Max ownership, please leave them below. The battery setup of the Sherman Max is twice 24S 4P, so a total of 24S 8P, a huge pack with Samsung 50E cells, which are totally alright, and the label shows a different capacity to the one that they advertise. So it's 1,700 watt hours per pack, so 3,400 watt hours, and they advertise it as 3,600. Well, I guess that's that. Now we'll take a look underneath the hood of the veteran Sherman Max, and to do that we just need to remove another 4 Phillips head screws, a bit smaller but still okay, metal threads and 2 metal inserts. Next you need to pop up the trolley handle, and actually you don't need to remove the trolley handle to lift up the cover, but I just did that because I wanted to check if wood screws into plastic are still there, and they're still there. Just remember when you put those screws back in, make sure that you get into the groove of the prior thread, and then they should hold on for a longer time, but you know, still I'd like to see something better here. The trolley handle is still made out of plastic, no reinforcements here, and you have those funny dingly dangly things that make sure that the mechanism locks in place. And yes, that's the professional word for it. Then if you want to remove the top cover, you just need to either put it on the side or detach the cable that leads from the motherboard to the display. Taking a peek inside, everything looks very similar to the veteran Sherman. There's no rubber gasket sadly around the motherboard cover, but the plastic should be alright. Again, you can use silicone just to be 100% safe. There is a big difference though in torque, and the Shermax overheats a lot less, or even pretty much doesn't overheat, even on heavy trail rides as I've tried before. So that's a big improvement compared to the veteran Sherman. We get the same front blinding modular lights, and there is an air channel just behind that, which ensures that the motherboard stays cool. A really nifty solution, especially for weatherproofing. The charge ports, also the same, around 12.5 amps is the maxed current here. And although they have a voltage, they are not hot. So it's different than Bigode wheels, where you can just really get a strong short circuit if something falls in there.
Oh, it does.
Oh, you're right.
No spark.
No spark.
With this one, that should not happen because the charging goes through the motherboard first and not directly into the batteries. I'm not 100% sure about the motor of the veteran Sherman Max. There's definitely some improvements in the rotor, so that's where the rim is and the magnets are glued, but I'm not really sure about the stator. But it definitely has more torque and the rims should be more durable. However, as you can see here, you can still break it. And that's about it when it comes to the quality check. Like, in my opinion, this is one of the best, if not the best, non-suspension wheel. It's fairly easy to work on, fairly simple, and it's also has pretty good weatherproofing, and you know, the quality is okay. So yeah, that's about it. If you're still here, leave a like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.